Welcome back, you guys, to Week 13 of the Seahawks franchise. We are playing against the Cowboys this week, and then next week is our rematch against the Niners. Obviously, last week we just played against the Niners and lost on Thanksgiving Day by 7 points. Before we get into the game, we have a couple of things to do. So first off, we're playing on... this is a short week, I think, again, because what day of the week are we playing this game? Because we just had a Thursday night game. Does that mean this is another Thursday night game? There's no way they would do back-to-back Thursday nights unless we had like a bye or something. But we didn't have a bye. And score 4 offensive touchdowns? I mean, that's not that difficult, but I mean, it's kind of a... It's like, oh yeah, you're on a short week, so just score 4 offensive touchdowns. Like, what? It looks like it is a 5:15 game. I can't tell if this is a Thursday night game. And so it looks like it is a Thursday night game. So we just got off of playing the Niners on Thursday, and we have a back-to-back Thursday game. So really, it's not really a short week because we didn't have a bye, but it was 1 week ago that we played our Thursday night game. It's kind of odd. You don't usually see back-to-back Thursday nights, I don't think, but that's kind of interesting. And the Cowboys are also coming off of a Thursday night game because they always play on Thanksgiving too, so really weird. And so we have a hot opponent. Obviously, the Cowboys are one of the best teams in the NFL. They are 10-1. So they are playing up to their sort of overall rating going against the Cowboys, and they've been playing great football. Can you end their winning streak? We're going to have to be confident. We're 5-6 at this point. We are in the hunt still to win the NFC West, and so we have to think that we can win this game. So we're getting plus 10 break tackle, play rec, and tackle for this game. That is pretty huge. And then, okay. Beat the Cowboys to steal their momentum. That would be huge as well. Giving this 10-1 team their second loss of the season. And for upgrades, we just have one upgrade. This is going to be for Draymond Jones, who just got superstar development. And he's going to go up to an 80 overall. We are going to upgrade his run stopping. And he's getting plus 5 right now because of that tackle boost. And you got an ability slot for getting 80 overall as well. So taking a look at his stats. Yeah, the tackle plus 10 to 99. Play rec plus 10 to 96. Looking at his abilities, we're going to have him with BOGO, and then we're going to have him with Adrenaline Rush to boost his pass rushing skills. Gino's stats looking a little bit better at this point, 25 touchdowns to 14 picks. I would have loved to have kept him under 10 interceptions for the season, but I think we can kind of stop it here as long as we continue to play how we've been playing in the passing game the last couple of weeks, getting a lot of TDs and very few interceptions. And one guy that's going to get a lot more of a workload this week is Kenny McIntosh. Probably haven't heard much about him. He was the Georgia running back from last year. He's a rookie this season. And he was looking really good in training camp. And when I went to an inter-squad scrimmage in real life, he was actually looking really good. The thing about him is he's not that fast, but he's a great receiving back. He had over 600, I think it was 600 receiving yards when he was at Georgia as a running back, along with 800 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. So he's an interesting sort of halfback, and he's going to take over DJ Dallas's role as sort of the third down back for this team. Coming out with a 3 tight end set. We're bringing a man blitz. Don't expect a pass. If it is a pass, it's probably going to be play action. And it looks like it's a counter to the right, and we get there in time. Great tackle by Draymond Jones. Ronald Jones going down after only a 2-yard pickup. I didn't even know that Ronald Jones was actually on the Cowboys, which is interesting. Now, I'm seeing on 3rd and 2. I'm expecting... Oh, my God. I think that was encroachment on defense. Hopefully, it was a false start. All right, well, we gave up the first automatically. It's going to be on Nwosu. All right, 1st and 10. After that penalty, we got Gallup and Brandon Cooks on the left side. We got to worry about CD Lamb. Not too worried about the left side. Julian Love coming down, getting the tackle on Pollard for only a 1-yard gain. And that's sort of Pollard getting into a fight with Boye Mafe. And that's what we're trying to limit is the running game with Pollard. Can be explosive. You can have one-play TDs potentially. We got to look at CD Lamb, but I'm not too worried about the rest of this team. And I care about Ronald Jones. Well, as soon as I say that, Ronald Jones picks up the first. Now has 2 carries for 14 yards. All right, we're sending Bobby on a blitz. Underneath, Devin Bush coming in for the tackle on Pollard, bringing him down for a 3-yard loss. And you guys have seen, too, in dime defenses, we've run Bobby at defensive end before, so we might do a little bit of that again. Oh, Bobby doesn't have the height. Forced the incompletion, though. Great job by Rayshon Jenkins on that play, and then Bobby coming in to get a late hit. All right, 3rd and 13. We're in cover 3. We're watching the drags underneath. Dak is being thrown out, and he just throws it away. We have Lockett getting pressed on the outside. We also have DK getting pressed on the outside. But Trayvon Diggs is on that side, I believe. I think Gilmore is on Lockett. I can't really tell. Charbonnet gets a rare rush attempt to start the game and shows his value, picking up 11 yards on the first carry of the game. All right, we're going to give McIntosh a chance. The thing I don't like about McIntosh, again, is that he is very slow. And he is more of a receiving back, so he's not going to break a lot of tackles, but he is really great at route running. Underneath, we got Noah Fant. Noah Fant can't hold on to it. Almost gets intercepted. The DB drug his toes, or dragged? He dragged his toes. Almost stayed in bounds if he could have held on to the ball. I gotta try a wheel. We are actually gonna do a wheel with McIntosh. We're gonna send Noah Fant on a go. And Fant was kind of open. We got McIntosh one-on-one. Do we have this? Ooh, a great ball. McIntosh holds on to it. The thing that's surprising is I feel like anybody will get open on a wheel route despite someone's speed or lack thereof. McIntosh has 87 speed. Not really a burner, but great blocks on the outside. McIntosh going back right, breaks a tackle, gets down to the 16-yard line. Looking really good so far. The running game is surprisingly effective, considering how good the Cowboys' defensive line is. We have struggled against much worse defensive lines. Got DK on a drag. And he is coming open finally. DK, can he dive into the end zone? Down at the 1-yard line. All right, I like McIntosh to get open underneath here. Would be nice to get him started. Can't even speak. That's going to be a sack. Coming in from Leighton Vander Esch. I was trying to say it would be nice to get him star dev, but he was getting clamped pretty well on that play. Lockett could be open on the corner. DK could be open also. And it looks like Lockett is going to come open. He holds on to it. The DB was nowhere to be found. And we get our first touchdown of the game, taking the lead 7-0. They got a 2 tight end set. They're playing single back ace, and we are coming out in a base 3-4 defense. Kind of expect a run, and it is a sweep after Brandon Cooks, who breaks a tackle. I don't know who he broke that tackle on, but he's getting space. They had really good blocking on that play. Finally, Bobby is there to get the tackle on Cooks. I got to see the replay on this. Who was not able to tackle Brandon Cooks? Okay, on the jet sweep, there's no way that Derek Hall cannot make this tackle. No way he can't make the tackle on Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks evades it, and then Devin Witherspoon cannot get off a block from CeeDee Lamb. And Brandon Cooks takes it for 30 yards before Bobby Wagner, of all people, gets over to make the final tackle. All right, coming out in single back once again. They look like they are dedicated to the running game. It's going to be play action, though. We get stuck. Tariq can't force the incompletion. Gallup holds on to it down to the 24-yard line. Kind of bit on the play action a little bit, but we were trying to get back out on the drag, but we got stuck on one of our linebackers playing zone coverage. Oh, we got there. Diggs didn't really make a play on it. It looked like the receiver was not ready for the ball to come in at all. So if anything, Quadric probably could have just picked it off instead of trying to go for the swat away. Coming out in cover 3. Watching the short out. Ooh, the corner route's going to be open. We're watching over the middle. Dak is scrambling. And he's going to slide down, making it 3rd and 6. Unusual to see Dak running it all. So we're not going to run any sort of QB contains or any sort of QB spy. He is fast enough to do it, but that's just not in his game. And CeeDee Lamb holds on to it. Devin Witherspoon with the tackle down at the 5-yard line. His first catch of the game, up to 15 yards. And they come out in I-form. We're still in base 3-4. Expecting a run. And a fullback carry. Goes down for a pickup of 3, Janovich. If this is play action, it should be blown up, but it's a run to the left. We're there with Jordan Brooks, who makes a great tackle on Tony Pollard. Pollard now 2 carries, 0 yards. Ronald Jones has done a lot better than him so far. And on 3rd and goal, they're coming out in the gun. We're still in base 3-4, just in case it's going to be a run play. But we're playing cover 3. Watching Pollard underneath it. Also watching the slant. We do see that initial slant. Can we force the incompletion? No. Gallup holds on to it for the touchdown. And they tie it up. All right, we're going to try a little bit of play action. We have been running the ball a lot, so hopefully this will actually work. We're going to send Lockett on a go, and hopefully we can find Fant open on the crosser. We do have Lockett actually open. We're throwing over the top. Can we get it to him? We do. Gilmore's not going to be able to make it there. Neither is Wilson, and Lockett taking it all the way. His first downfield touchdown of the season. Actually, his second touchdown in general on the year. But he's going to take it all the way, beating his man one-on-one with no safety help over the top. All right, coming out in nickel. They have 3 receivers out in the field. We're going to switch formations. We're just still playing cover 3. Looks like corner routes. We're all over on the right side. On the left side, Pollard gets tackled down. Kind of a shoelace tackle for 4 yards. Come out in single back once again. Pollard taking it up the middle. Rayshawn Jenkins comes in to combine for the tackle with Draymond Jones. Yeah, our 3 best run stoppers on the defense are probably... I know for a fact number 1 is Bobby. Jordan Brooks is probably number 2. After that, it's probably Draymond Jones and then Rayshawn Jenkins. Rayshawn Jenkins comes in and makes a huge tackle, forcing 4th and inches as Mercedes Lewis is injured on the play. But it was down to just Tony Pollard and Rayshawn Jenkins, and Rayshawn Jenkins made the play to force them to punt. So far, DK hasn't been doing much. Neither has JSN. Fant has a catch, I believe. They try to do another tight end attack, which works very well usually for Noah Fant. Thrown over the top. It's under, oh my God, under pressure. Gets picked off by Trayvon Diggs, one of the best pick artists in the league. Feel bad because we've really been trying to limit the turnovers, the picks especially, from Geno. And Geno just released it a little bit too late. And we just didn't have enough time. 2nd and 7. We're going to man blitz. Going single back, run to the left, and Devin Bush is there. Pollard losing yards again, up to 6 carries now for just 6 yards. And on 3rd and 9, we know it's going to be a pass coming. We're going to come out in nickel once again. Coming out in cover 3, they have not really shown us that they can beat cover 3 defense. We're going to stick with cover 3. Man hasn't worked too well, but oh my God. Luckily, Prescott missed Tony on the play because that halfback screen was wide open. And they're going to be forced to kick a field goal, most likely from the 43. And actually, they're going to punt it. Now, in 1st and 10, after getting the ball back, got JSN on a curl. You got Noah Fant on a crosser. We've tried this play before and didn't really work. And we're just going to throw it underneath. And McIntosh, he holds on to it for a 1-yard pickup, but better than throwing an interception. Got Dwayne Eskridge, because this is a 4-receiver set, so no tight ends on the field. Looks like they're playing man coverage, so I'm not sure these RPOs are going to work, and they're not going to. So McIntosh going to hold on to it, picking up 6 on the play, making it 3rd and 3. All right, I like JSN to get open on this drag. It looks like it might be man coverage. Pretty sure it is. On the drag, JSN coming wide open, holding on to it, going down, getting the 1st down pickup, and just moving the chains. All right, we got 3.5 minutes remaining. Again, this looks like man coverage. And I believe it is. We don't got a lot of time. We got to throw it away. DK and Locke are getting pressed on the line. And I could have swore that slants would work against man. And I thought it would work in the press. But I feel like against the press, we just have to just run goes. Looks like it's man coverage again. We got 3 receivers out to the right. And they're all matched up. And we got DK on top of Noah Fant. That route concept was awful. Likely going to have to punt here. We're not going to be too aggressive right before the end of the 1st half with a touchdown lead. DK beat his man, though, and DK... Oh! It was underthrown. Excuse me. Gilmore goes out of bounds. Guess we should have lofted that one up more. I didn't think Gilmore had a chance to make a play on the ball. All right, they're coming out in 2 tight ends. Or 1 fullback, it looks like. And... Let's see. So 2 tight ends and a fullback. Definitely a run, I would have to assume. Run out to the left. No one's there because Julian Love got blocked. Can Jordan Brooks make the tackle? He can't. Pollard. You know, we were just talking about being more conservative. On the play where we're going to be conservative, we throw the pick. I mean, how ironic is that? And then they end up scoring a touchdown to tie it anyway. So now we're tied before half. We're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes remaining. So we will have a chance to make a 2-minute drive. But, I mean, honestly, just terrible execution all around the board. Offensively, defensively. We're going to give Charbonnet a chance to run it. Again, running game has seemed to work so far against this line. And does again for another 5-yard pickup. Going to have a nice steady pace. We got more than enough time to make a end of half drive here. And I don't know what it is in my throat. I feel like I keep about to cough. But DK is getting matched up. Looks like it is man coverage again. But we could see here. And JSN on the quick out. A good ball by Geno. That's going to be a 1st down pickup. I just hate that Geno has 2 picks. 1 pick wasn't his fault because of the pressure. The 2nd pick, I thought for sure we'd be able to get to DK. I didn't think we had to throw it any higher or high point the pass. But Gilmore made a great play on the ball, and I really thought that was a sure almost touchdown. DK on a slant. He does take the slant on the choice route. Another first down pickup. So far, empty is working out really well. We got McIntosh on the outside. He's basically playing as another receiver. Got JSN on the seam. He could go underneath. We do have McIntosh. McIntosh is going to hold on to it. McIntosh going down for a 6-yard pickup with 1.5 minutes remaining. Still got all 3 of our timeouts. I would like to see JSN get open on a drag. We're going to have DK on a go. We're going to send Lockett on a slant. And, okay. That was, okay, so first off, how does he not accurately throw the ball to JSN? Second off, why is Lockett not running a slant? He was going to be wide open if he came across the middle. But he just stopped running his route midway through the play. So we're going to go back and actually take a look at that so you guys can see, just in case you missed. So we're waiting. Right now, JSN is being covered by Leighton Vander Esch underneath, right? So we're not going to throw this ball yet. This is a slant route by Tyler Lockett, and he's going into it. And DK is pulling the safety, I believe, overshot. So the linebacker throwing. He's pulling up higher, right? And then Tyler Lockett just sits on it. He just sits on his route. He doesn't continue to run a slant. He just stops. He just stands there. I don't understand that. And then we can't get... This ball's incredibly inaccurate. Jason's wide open for the first down pickup, and it's thrown, 5 yards behind it. That was just a really wacky play. And that could end the drive just off of that stupidity, which is ridiculous, right? Like, that should have been a guaranteed first. We're going to have JSN on a short out. We don't want to give him the choice. We're going to have Kenny McIntosh on a go. And this is a dangerous ball. JSN can't hold on to it. And because of that stupid play, we're not going to pick up the first. We were too passive on third down. We're at midfield. This is an appropriate time to go for it, I feel like. If we don't get it, we give up a field goal, and we'll end up losing the lead before half. But I'm willing to take that chance. Lock it underneath. Got to hold on to it. And he does. Gets just slammed from behind. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we got Fant on a short little curl. Got Najigba on an out that I like. And DK just completely beat his man in the press again. DK just beats his man on every single press. Every single time. He's just gone for a touchdown. And I don't even know what to say. I haven't boosted him at all. He's just always wide open. They press him excessively, and he's just gone. And we'll take it, though, taking the 1 touchdown lead, but it almost feels unfair with how easily we're able to throw the ball to him on these go routes. He gets pressed, and he's basically free after 5 yards. And this time we didn't throw the pick, luckily. Gilmore was far enough away from him that we actually got the touchdown. See what Dallas tries to do. Only 40 seconds remaining. See what they have cooked up. Depends on what we see on the first play. We're seeing double ends over the middle. Can't connect with Tony Pollard. He was wide open. Went on cover 3, just to be a little more safe. Looks like the same formation almost, just flipped sides. Yeah, it is the exact same play. Bobby's there. We shouldn't have even tried to go for the pick. We should have just tried to go for the pass breakup or a hard hit. But we just don't have that speed to close, even when we're basically right there. Watching the short out. That was just a curl there, but Gallup had the short out, and he's going to go out of bounds after picking up the first down. 30 seconds remaining. Let's see if we can continue to hold them off. Mercedes Lewis looks like he is back from that injury. Got Jordan Brooks playing over here. And the drop by Gallup, kind of surprising. Wide open, no one within 5 yards of him. 28 seconds remaining. That does stop the clock. That's the only benefit for them. Got Bobby on a blitz. We're watching the outside. We overplayed a little bit, but what a huge hit by Uchenna Nwosu. Forcing the incompletion, making it 3rd and 10. And it'd be great to get them to punt this ball away so we could end the half with a 1 touchdown lead. Again, the double drags underneath. We got time. He's got to throw it away. Finally getting a pressure. We do start the second half with the ball. I like Lockett on the short out. He's got Diggs on him, so he's got to worry about the pick on that side especially. We're going to predetermine Lockett. Holds onto it for 6-yard pickup. So far, Gino's accuracy, aside from that one play to JSN, has been pretty good. We got McIntosh in the backfield. See what he can do as a runner. Haven't tried him out in single back. He's mostly just been in gun. Good block. Great blocks. Easy first down pickup for McIntosh. And DK is holding his wrist, it looks like, so that's not great to see. And he threw his helmet too. After just having a breakaway go route TD, gets injured on a run play. It's really frustrating. And McIntosh picks up only a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Getting back to the passing game, we got a quick out by JSN on the left side that I like, and it's not open. We got JSN not JSN. We got Charbonnet underneath, who forces one defender to miss with a stiff arm. Picking up a couple yards, making it 3rd and 5. And he's got an elbow sprain. We're going to bring him back in just because the re-injury risk is incredibly low. I like this for DK to get open on the slant, but they do have 2 linebackers over the middle, so if they bite on the run, we could throw it to DK. I doubt they're going to do that. Otherwise, I might look to JSN on the bubble. And we didn't have enough time to throw it to JSN, and we gained 0 yards. Yeah, that's always the risk, is when you're looking at 2 things in the RPO, you kind of need to only pick one. So we were looking at the slant. It wasn't really there, but we wanted to throw it no matter what. Devin Witherspoon holding, it looks like his wrist. He's down on the ground. A lot of injuries happening right now, and he's walking off the field with a wrist injury. And he is very important to the future of this franchise, along with some of our other young, talented players. So I hate to see him missing any time. Bobby Wagner coming down, but a good tackle by Devin Bush, making it 3rd and 3. Pollard now up to torn labrum. He's holding his wrist, and he has a torn labrum? I don't really get that. But that sucks. He's going to be out for, I think, at least 4 weeks. That's going to hurt his development. That's brutal, man. So many young players getting injured. I hate to see it. We're watching underneath. We're there, getting a great tackle. Julian Love forcing 4th and 1, and they're going to have to punt it away. 1st and 10. Coming out with a 2 tight end set. DK back from that elbow sprain, looking okay. And we're throwing it to him underneath. He holds on to it despite getting hit on the catch. It looks like he is injured again, almost holding his midsection. 2nd and 2. But he's back in already. So he's banged up a little bit, but he's still in the game. We got DK wide open. Can we get it to him? DK holds onto it. Gets thrown out of bounds at the 11-yard line. I don't think anyone's ever picking up DK like that, especially not Stephon Gilmore. But 1st and 10, basically 1st and goal at the 11-yard line. Bringing Noah Fant over for a blocker. And again, picking up one of our players. Stephon Gilmore gets injured on a play. That's almost kind of what he gets for throwing out DK like that. You know, you picking up a 400-pound man. Tight end screen. Can we get it off to Fant in time? We do, but he's got no blockers out that way to the left. It's supposed to be the whole point of that tight end screen is that we have a lot of room and that we have blockers out there, but it was just Noah Fant versus 5 people. We're going to send Metcalf out by himself at the one-on-one with Stephon Gilmore. And in fact, we are going to have him on a double move. We're going to have Fant on... Oh, damn it. Try to get too creative with it. End up taking a delay of game, which is brutal, but we are still doing the same thing. We are sending DK on a post corner. I think that... Wait, what? Okay, no, we can still send him out there. He's on a post corner. We had Noah Fant on the go. He could be wide open, too. And he isn't wide. Oh, my God. We get sacked immediately by Micah Parsons. Don't have both of our tight ends blocking and our running back, and Micah Parsons just gets to come in for free, I guess. And we're just going to have to take the field goal. We're sending Bobby Wagner again. Going to have Devin Bush drop back into zone coverage. Underneath, CeeDee Lamb holds on to it. Julian Love and Tariq Woolen were there. Be 2nd and 6. CeeDee Lamb now up to 2 catches. Not a huge factor so far in this game. Pollard coming back out after having only 6 yards on 6 carries. Now he's been doing a lot more damage in the running game, but Bobby making a great tackle. Pollard now up to 5 yards per carry when he started out with 1 yard per carry. Coming out 3rd and 5 would be great to get a 3 and out to start the drive. Get the ball back. Got Rayshawn Jenkins playing deep coverage. And we got so many guys there. There should be no way that Brandon Cooks can make that catch. And he does not. They got to punt it away. Still got DK in X Factor. Gonna have to get him the ball here soon so he maintains it. Dangerous ball over the top. Somehow DK holds onto it while getting hit by 7 men on the play. Should have been an incompletion, definitely. But I think just because of his X factor, he was able to hold on to that ball. We're going to send DK on a go. We're going to split him out even further to the right. And he's just got Gilmore on him. Gilmore is so much slower, but he's not getting pressed this time. And it is zone coverage. We're going to send him up one-on-one. And really just kind of an overthrow. And because of that, DK has lost X factor, which I hate to see. And DK on the drag. He's coming open. What the heck? There have just been some puzzling plays where we have wide open guys on short routes, and we're just not connecting on these drags. Got Kenny McIntosh on a halfback screen. We do make the pass to him at least. McIntosh nearly picks up the first. It's going to be 4th and 2. And unfortunately, we are going to punt it away. Mountain cover 1. And so far, they have not shown us they can beat this look. Playing out a nickel. It's a run for Pollard. We can't get to the gap with Devin Bush. Tariq Woolen makes the tackle, though, which is huge. Pollard now up to about 6 yards per carry. We come out in cover 2. They haven't really shown us that they're going to try to beat us deep at all so far. CD Lamb is that threat, though, if they do decide to do that. And it's play action. We're underneath with Tony Pollard. And a great throw, actually throwing it just weakly enough that Rayshon Jenkins wasn't in position to make a play on the ball. And Brandon Cooks is able to hold on to it, bring it in for 33 yards. We're bringing a zone blitz off the left side, which is good because Pollard's over to the right, so it's not going to get picked up by him. They have no tight end over on that side, but it's going to be a run play. Rayshon Jenkins is there to make the tackle on Pollard. Down to the 25 now. Pollard now nearly up to 7 yards per carry. He's just feasting on us now. First 6 carries were for 6 yards, and the next 6 were for 70, so complete 180. Run underneath. Gallup goes out of bounds for a 2-yard pickup. Dak has been surprisingly, I don't know, impotent. He only has 98 passing yards in this game. Tony Pollard has almost as many rushing yards. Ooh, double move underneath. That shouldn't have been PI. That was right when he got the ball. And that could have been picked off by Devin Bush, too. I can't believe it. That was great coverage, I felt like. Let's see if he actually got to him early. Dak Prescott sitting back. Throws it underneath. No contact. So when does it hit the knee? Hits the knee. He's kind of already on him. He's not really touching him here yet. I think that's bang bang, bro. Like right when it hits his knee is when he makes contact with him. That's perfect coverage. That could have been picked off again, but Devin Bush just fumbled it. Yeah, we're bringing a man blitz. Again, we're gonna send Bobby. And what he's a specialist at this point. Short out, we're all over it. Tariq comes back, tries to get the pick. But Brandon Cooks is going to catch it over him. Now that is surprising. That was a greatly, wow. That was a really well thrown ball by Dak. Making it difficult for Tariq to come back and try to make a play on it. But I feel like Tariq is still long enough, pause, that he should be able to put a finger or two on it. All right, 3-point game. We shouldn't be playing with our food. We have been leading this whole time. Not afford to take an L at this point, and this team is 10-1. And the fact that we have the lead to begin with is pretty crazy. So, cannot just give the possession away here. We just gotta milk this clock. 2nd and 4. Has worked for us a lot this season. Tight end attack. It doesn't look like it's gonna come open. A dangerous ball into double coverage. Honestly, should have been picked off. Alright, running a flood concept on the left side. If this is cover 3, they have a single high safety, so I could see it being cover 3. It looks like it's definitely zoned because DK has 2 defenders on him over to the left. So Lockett should be open, but underneath we got DK, so they're playing high. DK is able to hold on to it, pick up the first, and get out of bounds. The only problem is that I think that might have stopped the clock. It didn't. Not late enough into 4th quarter yet. Gonna give McIntosh a carry. Good lead block. He gets a lot of room. Makes a move on a defender, goes down at the 49. He is looking really explosive. For not being very fast, he's making some really big plays in the running game, and he's been great so far as a receiver as well. Run a little play action. That's the, oh, we got a pass to Noah Fant underneath. Fant was about to throw Gilmore off of him, but got taken down by a second defender, and he looks like he might be a little banged up too. Only his 2nd grab of the game. He had a quiet week last week, too, with only about 30 receiving yards. We have McIntosh another chance to run the football. Going to come into an inside zone. We're going to bring Noah Fant over to the left as we snap, hopefully getting a better block. And the middle is wide open. Micah Parsons is the only one that can come make a play because Parsons is so much faster than McIntosh. But luckily, we do pick up the first anyways before going down. That was only Micah Parsons' second tackle. His first tackle being the sack he had earlier in the game. I really like this play action. They're probably not expecting it with 3 minutes remaining. They probably think we're going to be running the football based off of how much we've run so far. But Noah Fant could come wide open on this post route. He's getting manned up, though. We get sacked immediately, despite having a blocker, an extra blocker. It did not matter. Okay, we got an underneath route for JSN. A little bit of a choice route. We'll see what he decides to do. He just sits on it, which is good, giving us a more manageable third down, making it 3rd and 9. Cowboys have the 7th ranked defense, and they've given up 360 yards to us so far, which that's one thing we can do on offense. At least we can put a lot of yards on the board, but we have not put up a lot of points compared to our yards. I mean, 24 is definitely fine, but we're at the 2-minute warning now. 3rd and 9. If we can convert here, we can start burning some of their TOs. Oh, I said TOs instead of timeouts. Bring it underneath. JSN trying to dive for the first, and he gets it. Leighton Vander Esch was there to make a play potentially on the ball, but he couldn't get his hands near JSN. And so Dallas had to use their first timeout. We're going to come out here and run the football. Got McIntosh underneath. He's had a great game so far. Stiff-arming his defender into the ground, picking up 2 on the play. Now, do we want to get super conservative? Not really. So I would like to pass on 2nd down. Got JSN sitting wide open, beating the zone coverage underneath, and that should pretty much be the game. That's our last timeout, and we're going to run one actual run play, and then after that, we are going to go and try to kneel it out. JSN up to 5 grabs for 40 yards. Doing a great job in the slot, operating underneath and really getting wide open most plays, and you just take the touchdown. It gives us a 10-point lead, so this game is basically over. We decided to take it. Because now at this point, the Cowboys would have to score and then get an onside again. But if they don't get that onside, we can just run the clock out. Or if they don't score, the game will be over. But too free of a touchdown for Charbonnet. We ended up having to take it. A great block by DK Metcalf, basically blocking 2 people. We're coming out in dime right now. You got Mike Jackson playing over the middle. The deep go is kind of wide open. Dak has to... Oh, almost a pick by Julian Love. Dak had to run out to his left and throw cross body. All right, so this is going to be a really unique dime defense. We know they're going to be passing, and we don't have the greatest pass rushers right now out on our edge. We have... Ooh. Julian Love trying to make a tackle. Gallup finally goes down, making it 3rd and 4. But we have Bobby and Jordan Brooks playing edge, they're really good at run stopping, so they actually probably would be effective at stopping Tony Pollard if they were going to run the football at all. But to actually get to Dak, I'm not sure that this is going to work out. But they're going pretty fast. We got to just let things go how they are. If they throw an incompletion, we'll probably sub them out here. Because so far, it's not really been working super well, and Quandre gets there just in time to help Kobe Bryant. All right, we got Jordan Brooks and Bobby subbed out, and now we have Uchenna Nwosu and Boye Mafe on the edge, along with Jones and Jerron Reed in the middle. Completion to Mercedes Lewis. Let's see if we can get some more pressure. You know a pass is coming. See if Nwosu can get some pressure for us, and getting wide open, but dropping it. 30 seconds remaining. They're airing it out for sure. We know a pass is coming. 3 receivers on the left. We got a press. And... Oh, I thought we deflected it. Devin Bush put his hands out to hit the ball away, but he just must have missed. Went out in man coverage. You know it's a pass. And it's... Ooh, Jake Ferguson was kind of wide open, but Dak airmails it out of bounds over to the right instead. And so there's only 3 seconds left. This game is over. We've won. We'll just see what they do for the final play. They'll probably just throw it into the back of the end zone. Hopefully we can get a pick. Got Rayshon Jenkins playing the right side. They usually throw it to the 3 receiver side. Rayshon Jenkins back here and airing it out. Rayshon Jenkins kind of trying to come make a play. No one's going to hold on to it, and that is going to be the game. Geno having a decent game. 3 TDs, 2 picks. Hate to see 2 interceptions on the board, but the completion percentage was pretty great. Average yards per attempt was pretty great. We just have to eliminate these turnovers.
Yeah, so the completion percentage is fantastic. Amount of touchdowns fantastic. Passing yards fantastic. Just cannot have two picks or even one pick a game. It's ridiculous. If we're averaging one pick a game, we have 17 picks on the season, which is a ton. And then looking at the running game surprisingly has come back and 7 carries split between Charbonnet and then McIntosh each. Combining 14 carries for 90 yards and 1 touchdown if you combine both of their performances. Very solid running game. And then DK, 7 catches for 120 yards and the 1 touchdown, but he is injured. Lockett with 4 catches for 96 yards and 2 TDs. His best game of the season, without a doubt. And then McIntosh with 50 receiving yards along with the 50 rushing yards. And then we got JSN with 5 catches for 40 yards underneath as well. And Fant had a very quiet game, only 2 catches for 8 yards. Defensively, looking at total tackles, Devin Bush leading the way. In sacks, no one had a sack. Again, struggling to get pressure. We have no one that's getting consistent pressure against against opposing offenses, and really the closest pass rusher we have to actually getting consistent pressure is probably our D tackle Draymond Jones. Interceptions got none. Dak had 2 TDs but no picks, then no forced fumbles either. Got some upgrades after the game. There's some important players. DK getting an upgrade. Gonna upgrade his deep threat actually. Could continue to upgrade his physical, but he's already just pretty crazy. So you get +2 boost to medium and deep route, which is fantastic. +1 to change of direction. Abe Lucas is going to get an upgrade. Mike Morris is going to get an upgrade. Mike Morris seeing the field a lot more in this game than he had in the past. We subbed him in a D tackle a couple times. He's one of our best block shedders, so one of our best run stoppers on the defensive line. And so Abe Lucas nearly up to an 80 overall, -2 for morale for some reason, even though he's starting, clearly, at right tackle. Still only 24 years old with that star dev. He's going to be an 80 overall very soon. And so Charles Cross and him are both going to be 80s, which is going to be great. The offensive line is going to be nearly all 80s, aside from Damian Lewis and Evan Brown, and we need to probably replace Evan Brown at center. All right, so the good news is we're 6-6, and the Niners are 6-5, and so if they win their game, they're going to have a 1-game lead over us, but we do play them next week as well. The bad news is we do have an injury coming in, and it looks like Witherspoon is going to be out. We saw that he had a torn labrum. He's going to be out for 4 weeks. That means that Mike Jackson and Kobe Bryant are going to have to fill in for Devin Witherspoon for basically the remainder of the regular season. And so after that short week, even though it was a full week because we played on the previous Thursday, we are going to get a little bit of a boost. So we're going to get some experience for that. And then +10 morale for each offensive player because we got 4 total offensive touchdowns. And then for the hot opponent, too, we ended up beating the Cowboys, of course. So we're going to see, we should be getting another boost to morale after beating them. Talking to Bobby, and +10 break tackle, play rec, and tackle for our next game against the Niners. All right, guys, that was a great game. It was huge for our chances of winning the NFC West, which we have to do basically at this point to win, to get into the playoffs. We are 6-6 along with the Cardinals, and then the Niners may be 6-6 as well, depending on whether or not if they win their game. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. I appreciate you guys so much, and peace.